So what's the real difference between using Brathix as your pre-workout and a simple plain Nescafe coffee as your pre-workout? Well, let's find out. This isn't about a product. This is about caffeine in general and whether it's worth spending your money. Let's find out. So let's first off clear our doubts about caffeine. Now think of your pre-workout prep in two parts. Carb for energy, tick, and caffeine for CNS. Caffeine is basically a stimulant. It tells your nervous system to wake up. Since your CNS is what actually produces muscle force, this wake up call helps you push harder in your workouts. So yeah, now the ideal limit for caffeine is typo mistake 3 to 6 milligram of caffeine per kilogram of body weight. So for example, considering me a body weight of 85 kilograms, I need a minimum caffeine of 255 milligrams for a good workout and athletic performance. The upper limit of caffeine is 400 milligrams of caffeine. Going beyond this limit might cause some issues like jitters, anxiety, and restlessness. So stay below 400 milligrams. Now let's talk about the caffeine sources we all have and see what differences each one makes out. So we have two variants of coffee, one the classic and the black roast, slightly price difference, slightly expensive black roast. Two pre-workouts, one the classic Brathix, which the company is marketing very well nowadays. Another one being a normal pre-workout costing around 500 rupees. I've taken here the Muscle Blaze Extreme Pre, but you can compare with any pre-workout in this price range. And a caffeine tablet. Caffeine also comes in synthetic tablets and they are quite cheap, but they are bland in taste. Let's go. Let's talk about the caffeine comparison one by one. Natural Teen Caffeine Capsule has 100 milligrams of caffeine per capsule. Generally, caffeine capsules vary in dosage, so make sure to check their dosage. Number two, both the coffees, classic and black roast, have same amount of caffeine per 2 grams of serving. For reference, I've taken one espresso shot, which also gives you around in this range of caffeine. The two pre-workouts give exactly 200 milligram of caffeine per serving. So let's move forward. Here comes the caffeine product analysis. In first column, I've talked about total caffeine. And second column, I've talked about the cost. Number third is days lasted. And number four, cost per caffeine milligram. And then last column is just this column multiplied by 200. Easy. So let's talk about the cheap pre-workout of $4.99. It has a caffeine of around 3000. It will last you around 15 days. Next come are two coffees having the same caffeine. Both will last you the same days, but the black roast is slightly expensive because of its strong taste. And here are the costs. Notice the $4.99 pre-workout costs exactly same as the black roast. And here comes the Brathix. The Brathix has more caffeine, has more cost. It also lasts more and it is the expensive one in the list. Lastly, our cheap bland caffeine source having the most caffeine. Cheapest lasting the most. It is the deal breaker for guys on low budget as it gives you adequate caffeine in dose. And here are the costs for 200 milligram of caffeine. The expensive one is the Brathix. Cheapest is your tablet or capsule. The rest three are in the price range of 24 to 33. Okay, so the conclusion is the capsules are the most cost effective and the cheapest one. Brathix being the expensive one, and all these three, like the black roast and the second pre-workout, are at a tie, while the Nescafe Classic Coffee being the balanced one. So for performance, if you like daily energy, go for Nescafe Classic Coffee. If you want the stronger version of that, choose the pre-workout or the black roast. If you want the athlete premium sideline pre-workout, go for Brathix. If you are the Sigma guy, then go for caffeine tablets. Easy as that. In summary, daily hostel use guys like me would have Nescafe Classic, and same version in Nescafe Classic. In the coffee version would be black roast, and any of the pre-workout selling for $4.99. And the hardcore pre-workout guys would go for Brathix because it has 300 milligram of caffeine plus other ingredients. Bear in mind of caffeine tolerance. Okay, so now what would be my personal tip? So all caffeine and money aside, it is just a tool for your workout. And I believe you should have a good diet, be well recovered, and give full proper efforts in the exercise. This is the thing which even 1000 milligrams of caffeine cannot replace if you are giving this level of effort in 0 milligram of caffeine. Results don't care about milligram of caffeine. They care about milli droplets of your sweat. So don't be disheartened by the caffeine intake if you are unable to fulfill it. Focus on giving proper efforts in the gym, having a good diet, and sleeping well. These are the three things which matter the most than caffeine alone. So with this, thank you for watching. It's me, Anshul. If you want to have a personalized connection, follow me on Instagram. If you like my content, follow me on Instagram. I have a course named The Young Bodybuilder, specially designed for amateurs, beginners, and intermediate lifters. It's a complete structure with diet and training split, costing for only $499. So if you're interested, check out in the description box. Thank you for watching.